Hello, cool cats, cool dudes, and Patrick Bamford's left hand. Welcome to this. We all love Leeds, the show where we discuss our love of Leeds. Now, there's something on my mind. It's on the cusp of my mind. I can't quite get it. I'll wait a minute. It's the return of Ben. It's the return of Ben right here, everyone.
I'm alive, everybody. Hello.
He's alive. How are you, sir?
I'm very well, thank you. Yourself?
I'm actually really good. Outside of football and stuff as well, things are doing okay.
Good.
Yeah. But obviously with football, things are fucking amazing.
So you got the white shirt. I was expecting pink.
I got this for Christmas, and then my birthday, I got the pink thing.
Oh, you got the pink. Yeah, good.
Yeah. No, I was more like, in future, I probably should just get the away kits because the home kits are a nightmare.
Well, I think you should just keep that just for the show. It's the only way it's going to stay clean.
Yeah.
The minute you wear it outside the house, it's doomed.
That's true. That's true, actually. I did occasionally used to wear the Leeds kits at work because obviously when football was on, they'd want a bit of atmosphere. And you never not get atmosphere of a Leeds United shirt somewhere, I'll tell you that. But anyway.
Especially in the West End.
Yeah.
In the west of the London, sorry, not the West End.
Same
so who have we got with us?
We have got Sam Greenwood was in early, very early. And he was in like 5 hours early, with respect to him.
I don't believe he's got a cousin.
His cousin Lord Greenwood, the fifth, endorses this excellent show. His cousin Lord Greenwood actually got us a win last week because when we were tied at no, that's wrong. I'm telling it wrong. When we were drawing with Cardiff at the start of the game, he went, "I can make a call and we can get that." He didn't call him a reprobate. He said, "I'll get Patrick Bamford to score." I went, "Okay, if you can do." He disappeared for 10 seconds, came back, and then a minute later, Patrick Bamford scored at Cardiff. It was
fair play to Lord Greenwood the fifth.
It was quite the coincidence, and I say that
we'll have to try and get him on the show. Prediction, a bit like the turtle or whatever it was from the Euros.
Yeah.
World Cup.
He did say yesterday he would arrange for a Leeds win as well, so he might have put a call into the ref. Around
no, not the ref. No, we'll get to that.
But he might have made a call at around 1:45 p.m. this afternoon. Maybe. I don't know. But before that, he was obviously trying to not make it look dodgy by being terrible. Anyway, sorry. Conche is in with, thank goodness, Pirot was on the pitch when that penalty was awarded.
Before he passed it, we was just discussing this. I had a slight confidence Bamford would have put that one away anyway. I wasn't as nervous when he had the ball in his hand. And obviously because you put the point on it, because he scored 3 and 3. So,
he's a confident player.
Yeah, he is, definitely. It showed today. He made some good runs.
The team
I just wish Jorginho could shoot.
Yeah. We had this during the Bielsa era as well. Not to go back to that, but it was the fact that the team as a whole plays better with Patrick Bamford in the fray. The problem is that when he's not scoring while that's happening, you're like, well, who is going to score then? Sort of thing.
Well, my dad put a point on it today. He says, imagine this team with Bielsa. Do you think it'd be better than the last one?
I'm unsure about better because I think obviously Rodon would be like his Ben White as such, and obviously Ampadu he'd probably love Ampadu. I mean, you can easily transfer these people like onto past players, but I'm not sure Peru would like Murderball. Just got a feeling.
No.
Got a feeling he wouldn't fancy that.
Don't think
he does fancy taking penalties in the 93rd minute, Ben, which is always handy in a player.
As long as he puts it in the net, I'm all for it.
Paul's a cucumber. Spoiler, to be fair to him. Spoiler, you already know what happened. Hello, Anders. Welcome. Hello, how are you, sir? And Pink Cushion Ian is here.
Ian?
And he's changed his hair. He has. It's you. You've had your head shaved, didn't
you? About a week ago, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, about a week ago.
Yeah, I know you weren't talking about me. It's been about 3 weeks ago. Anyway, Tom, you want the sausage? Oh, I'm in a free one, I suppose. And Lancashire. That's rhyming wordplay. Yeah. We'll probably getting my silly little findings across the internet. What have you made of like Leeds Christmas period onwards sort of thing?
December was awful. Seemed to have picked up. Just can't really complain. January's boring me so far. I'm just getting bored of watching the same YouTube video on, oh, we might get this player. We might get that player. No content, no show. That's my idea of it. So that brings me to my next thing. If you like the show, feel free to press like. If you don't like the show, feel free to press dislike. I will not beg you for your likes or subscriptions or donations. You feel free to do what you like. People asking me to like the show and I don't like the show. It's like, what the fuck?
I don't think I've asked. I actually forget. I even forget to play the outro video some weeks, let alone remembering to ask people.
It's not about that, is it? It's not about groveling and begging, is it? Come on, get some dignity, people.
I always forget something on this show. Like I always mess something.
Did you forget to turn up?
Did you see the week when I put because I was setting up beforehand and I was like I know you can see it, but I like line up the things now in order so I don't forget which order to do it in. But I'd already gone into the question of the week and then I'd left it on the answers, but I forgot that. Then when I pressed to bring that up, it just comes up on the last thing. So I brought it up and it had the answers. I know.
So what happens when I'm not here?
Exactly. It's mad. It's a mad ass, Ben. I can't be trusted with anything on this. But anyway. But I digress. But anyway, yeah. I know everyone's seen it, but I found this a week ago, like on Monday or something. I thought I'll put it on this. I forget. I thought this was really cool. That's a young Archie Gray with Byram. And I'm sure it's been on all the Leeds content since. So, obviously, I don't want to fall behind. No, whatever. But, so he's always had crap hair then. Anyway, sorry, what? Anyway, yeah. Women. Men aren't loyal, but also women. Played for all of the rival clubs. Alex Greenwood. Yeah. Do you know Ivan Toney's back then?
Yeah, he scored a scrappy goal.
He did. He had the interesting tactic of moving the referee's foam line. Genuinely true. That's what he did. He basically moved the ball forward a foot or a yard. I'll say a foot. Right, moved it forward. But then he scooped up some of the foam and laid it in front of it. Ref didn't say anything. Even
yeah, I should have.
That's what. Who did they play? Nottingham Forest. What they've put in official complaint. Like, why wasn't this looked at? Because he scored from it, basically. Genius. Like, I've never thought. It never occurred.
I think I've seen it before. Just where they put a little blob in front. Some foreign game. I can't remember who it was, but yeah, I've seen that once before.
But he's definitely back, and it turned out he had bet on Forest to score first. So no wonder he's smiling. But anyway, sorry. Yeah, one of those. So Eddie Howe seeing that Jose Mourinho has been sacked by Roma. I'm in danger. Possibly. No, I don't think he is really. Anyway. this hasn't really got anything to do with anything. It's just the name amused me. Nick Mashita says Sheffield United's loan move for Mason Holgate has fallen through after Everton's demand for a late transfer fee. He's transferred for a medical. I don't care, right? They're probably not going to get him.
I can't believe you're actually reading it, you did.
Yeah. But Blue Boy says, I certainly won't be taking the word for a man who's run off from my toilet. Don't know why it tickled me. Yeah, I've read it. I got to the end. I was like, why am I reading this relevant? It's actually not relevant to anything. But still. Hello, Jimmy.
Hello, Jimmy.
How you doing, sir? Yeah, your eyes aren't deceiving you, Jimmy. Ben's alive. And back, baby. He wasn't banned or anything, to be clear.
It's the weekend at Bernie's style.
Yeah, exactly. And also just because I like showing this, because I enjoy showing it. It's the Sunday roast.
Need to get Hinchcliffe added to that.
Cool, isn't it? Yeah, it's pretty cool. I think he's referring to his arse. Alive and looking well, Ben. Yeah, he is.
Thank you.
Yep. So the Arsenal elephant is trying to get itself back up on top of the tree. I mean, doesn't really mean anything to anything, but it's always in a different place every week. The other week it was on top of the tree, and then it had fallen off the tree. Now it's trying to go back up there. We'll see how they get on. Gladiators have started, and Ben White must have been working out really hard in Dubai. It's uncanny how much he looks like Ben White. It's the face, obviously. But other than that. Arsene Wenger signed Granit Xhaka in 2016, so that's 7 years later he could later join Bayer Leverkusen to lead their title charge against Bayern Munich and ensure that Harry Kane does not win a single league title in his career. Arsene Wenger has done it again. And it might even work. It might. Because Bayern Munich lost. Is it In the Room? That's a good movie, that, The Room. Well, it's not good, but it's certainly a watch. And who's been repeatedly breaching financial fair play rules? That's right, Everton and Nottingham Forest. Man City got away with it yet again. If you had enough money left over to bribe the FA, you wouldn't have a points deduction right now. And a date has been set for the Manchester City FFP case, but they can't tell you when that date is. But it's probably going to be the 31st of February.
He just looks like a fucking cock swallowing knob, doesn't he? Just,
yes.
Look at it.
Yeah.
He's sat on one right now.
Yeah. That must explain his hair. Bit foppish. Anyway.
Allegedly.
Of course, allegedly, but probably. Anyway, Monopoly with Man City. I'm not going to read them all out, but you can pause it if you want to see it. It's been doing the rounds on socials, but still. But obviously, my personal favourite is all players must continue the game in good spirit, pretending they don't notice Man City have all the money. So, there you go. Dick Masters. Yeah, that should have been the clue, really, when they hired him. Also, Pep without De Bruyne, but Pep with De Bruyne. Not that I know who these people are, but anyway. But I do have it under good authority. The gentleman on the right is a doctor and a fireman. And virtually any other job.
I do have it on good authority that the gentleman on the left is an arsehole cunt. Yeah, basically, yeah. Man City, the Thomas Cook era, you just had to be there. To which he got the response, no one was there, brother, not even you. That's absurd. That I can't believe. Anyway, Onana's currently stranded 150 miles from Cameroon's AFCON fixture. He can't even catch a flight. But sticking with Onana, of course. He was the last to arrive at AFCON, and he's the first to leave AFCON. What a man. So I believe it didn't go too well for him.
Gary Neville gives passionate must-watch what? Oh, Gary. Oh, Gary. And one more. This is genuinely true, Ben. Monaco are still waiting for the Martial Ballon d'Or clause. Do you know how much they get if he wins the Ballon d'Or? They get 7.2 million from Man United if he wins the Ballon d'Or.
Wow.
That's amazing. It's like, apparently, when Arsenal signed Aubameyang for 50 million, there was a clause that if they won the Premier League, they'd have to give Dortmund another 50 million. So, my understanding was, when I heard that, was, oh, so the transfer is for 50 million then.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, and turned out to be true.
How was Martial getting on in his hunt for the Ballon d'Or?
I think he's still got some way to go.
Is he trying?
Sometimes, maybe.
Well, God loves a try, yeah.
Really does. He really does. In hindsight, though, if he actually did get that, I'd be sitting there going, why didn't you ask for more than 7 million? But anyway. Hardly the first time Pep has been involved in dodgy dealing. At Juve, he got banned as a player for PDs, had half his team banned. That was when he was at Brescia. But yeah, he did get banned. I think he got a 2-year ban, Pep. Although they're awfully quiet about that these days. But anyway, and last one, because we can laugh at ourselves, Pizza Hut decided to try and take on us. Leeds United tweeted, "Thanks, we prefer Domino's. They don't take a week to deliver a tweet." To which Pizza Hut replied, "Bit rich coming from a club that hasn't delivered since 1992. We'll forego the factual inaccuracy of that. Because they're too busy failing themselves." But anyway. We'll get the last laugh, don't worry, because we'll outlast Pizza Hut, don't worry. I just took it as a compliment that we're a big enough club to actually get onto these football meme pages. Because they ain't fucking memeing Forest Green Rovers. They ain't memeing Preston. Or
No.
Leicester, Southampton. No. Leeds, baby. Leeds United. Anyway. Into the game. This was our lineup. There was a game, Ben. I know. I thought we were just doing a live televised catch-up, but alas, there was a game. Good to see Firpo is maintaining his place. Yeah.
You can't argue with the same team, can you? It's
no.
Picked itself.
What do you make of Gruev lately? Or
he's steady, isn't he? He's safe, if you ask me. That's the word I'd use. He goes quietly unnoticed, but he doesn't, like, I don't know, do anything too dangerous. Don't play them dangerous balls. It's always just a safe pass.
Yeah, I agree. I notice I notice that you don't notice him, but by the same token, you don't notice him fucking up either, because he generally doesn't. You never hear the words Gruev misplaced pass. I mean, I could be wrong, and you do, but I don't remember it.
Well, put it this way, Andy Hinchcliffe hasn't had a chance to get at him yet, so
yeah.
It was Melly today. Did you notice?
I've got things to say about Andy Hinchcliffe. I mean, he's right about Mellier. That thing he said about him, he was right. But in general, he hates us. It's so weird.
Oh, I'd like to punch him in the larynx. Not kill him, just punch him in the larynx, and no one can hear you anymore.
I know I've said it on here before, because I think I remember what you responded to when I said this. But I said, I was shocked when I discovered that he runs a commentary school where footballers will go to him to be taught how to do commentary.
I think the way he commentates, footballers should go to him to be taught how to play football. He's He criticises everything, and he was shit. He was genuinely shit.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's like when, like, for example, I think Paddy Kenny, for example. Sorry, this that will come round to make sense. Paddy Kenny is getting sort of the reputation now that Joey Barton has. Like, I think they're being like put together, and whether you think they're right or wrong is irrelevant in this. But people that don't like him have been saying, "Oh, you're just a failed footballer, a pair of failed footballers," and it's like, you're not a failed footballer. When you played in the Premier League for like 10 years or whatever it is.
You played for your country.
Exactly. Like that's a very successful footballer.
A failed footballer is someone who don't make it out the academy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In agreement.
So
going back to Hinchcliffe though.
Yeah.
What did he say today? Oh, there was absolutely definitely no contact. And then the replay, there might have been a little bit of contact. So which is it, knobhead? Do you know what I mean? It's a fucking prick. I hate him. And no, I will not stop swearing here.
I got the sense out of Hinchcliffe, and obviously, I think it's fair to say I'm usually less aggressive towards Hinchcliffe than you are. Openly, inside, I'm not a fan. But what I will say about him is, I get the feeling that he was trying to will Preston to score.
Oh yes, he does it every team.
Or get the 1-1 win that they were looking for in that situation. It's just...
Oh, when we scored, Preston don't deserve it. Why? First half they were all right. What did they do second half?
Yeah. I mean,
fouled and time wasted. Pretty much.
I mean, most people watching this or listening to this will already know what we're going to say to the degree of we dominated the game. We had the territory. If there was going to be a goal, it was going to be us or them getting the breakaway, which we snuffed at, generally speaking. But it felt like
I think the stretch
it's
was
like the same with Goodman.
Once the stretch to second half, that was it. Other than that, we were fully behind the ball whenever they had the ball. So they were just non-existent second half. They were just dirty, horrible, cheating shits.
Yeah. Oh, like as you'll see in the slideshow, it's a lot smaller in the second half because nothing happens other than fouls. And it got to a stage where I was like, I'm getting sick of recording like free kick here or whatever. It was like, no, I'm just gonna leave it till a goal happens or whatever. But anyway,
anybody in the comments that watched the game, can anybody tell me why that cockwalk booked Bamford?
I couldn't tell you. Other than he was involved in a melee, I don't know, or melee, whatever you want to call it. I have no idea. Hence why he was surprised that he was singled out as such. But
not the guy who pushed our guy 10 yards. Yeah.
Hey Ross, how you doing? So anyway, for posterity of it, this is Preston starting 11. But the real thing that stuck out to me when looking at this was the absolute wank stain that got Melier sent off 3 weeks ago is out with an illness. I think that illness is called fear. He was afraid. He was afraid of going up against Leeds again because he knew he was going to get booed every time he touched the ball. Piece of shit. He might be a nice guy, I don't know. But
nah, pussy.
Yeah. Because he pointed at the bell. Okay, so obviously same sort of lineup. Obviously Ampadu is like it. Stoic was there. Is he injured? Or is he trying to like get away?
I don't know. He's injured.
Because it's definitely there. Because there's a video on at the end, and like he's high fiving them, like he's backstage in a massive. I say backstage, like it's wrestling. He's in
big after party.
Yeah, with his big rapper's coat and all this. Yeah,
I think he's still injured, but I think he's
fair enough.
Fringe injured.
I mean, it's been really fortunate for Gruev and Farker that Ampadu can also play centre back. I think because it's gave Gruev the chance to actually, because obviously if Stoic was fit, he would be playing and Gruev wouldn't be playing. So it's give him the chance to show what he can do. What do you make of Archie Gray today?
Better than he was at Preston.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy with the gay blonde haircut didn't do a lot today, did he? So, but obviously he's still learning that position.
Yeah.
But,
I was really impressed with him.
Yeah, definitely. I'm not going to criticise him for a few times he gets caught out of position, but
no, you're right. You're right. Anytime he got caught out of position was because he was doing what Farker tells him to do, as in go forward and support Daniel James. Same as Firpo. When he gets caught out for that, he gets shit. It's like, yeah, but he's going forward because he's told to support Somerville.
The guy learned to defend today.
He was
I told you, people. Told you about Junior Firpo. We told you last year about Junior Firpo. We don't need a left back. We've got Junior Firpo.
There's a man there. It's not even go far. There's a player there. No, there's a man right there in Junior Firpo. Lord King Firpo, whatever you want to call him. But sticking with Gray slightly, I was impressed because that first 10 minutes had me thinking, oh my God, it's going to be like it was 2 weeks ago. Because he was making mincemeat.
His toenail clippings, mate. I'd have his toenail clippings embossed in resin and keep forever. That's how much that man means to me.
Much for a Firpo when he's attacking. I've always said, like, if say like Somerville did get injured or something, just stick Junior Firpo at left wing.
I've noticed a little thing though since Firpo has started playing. It's brought Somerville narrower, and he's not as effective. Don't get me wrong; he still has a go on, but he's not. He doesn't quite seem the same player when he's in a little bit. Do you know what I mean?
I think that means because what I think happens is Firpo's so
got the overlap,
so he feels like, oh, I can go in a bit. And obviously, because we play with so much width, a lot of the teams will defend with the width. So he intends to then cut into where he sees there's possibly going to be a gap. And to be fair to him, there are gaps, especially in the Championship. Not necessarily the case in the Premier League, but he's not in the Premier League at the moment.
Is he not just the best winger on the byline though? When he's on that byline, he's crazy.
I will say I was wrong about him. Like people ain't gonna go back and watch old episodes of this, but if they did, they'd see me going, I want him more direct. I think he faffs around with the ball too much. And I think I was proven right, because he does faff around with the ball too much back then. And because he's now more like, you get the ball and he'll head for goal now. And he's got 12 goals to show for that. But anyway. So I didn't mean that to come across like I'm right. I was just more like he's done what I want him to do more of. So I can't criticise him.
If you're watching Junior, well done. You've heard it from the horse's mouth.
Yeah. Obviously for the sake of it, my fear with this lineup was they were going to settle into a 5-man defence. The problem, especially when what happened at the start happened, I was thinking, oh my God, they're now going to settle into their low block like they did in the first game. And like every team does when they score against us. And I was like,
I wasn't bothered when they scored. I knew we'd score early. Told my dad, I said, calm down. We won all in a minute.
Yeah, I mean, I was quietly annoyed at it and worried about it. But like if there's ever if you're gonna get worried like verbally over football after the first minute, why even bother? But still, good win for the 49ers. It sure was, unfortunately. I follow the Green Bay Packers to in case anyone thinks, oh, you're going against our owners. Well, yeah, because I got into NFL before the 49ers bought Leeds United. So, you know. But it was one of those, whoever wins. Can only be good. So obviously, we kick off the game. Oh, Mellier's back. It's almost like the point of it. And, yeah. So, underway. And then, bang. Goal. I say this every week, Ben, but I love when the opposite team has to put out a tweet that someone has scored. Just find it fascinating. Like at the Peterborough one, when they were like, they had to say, like, oh, Bamford just scored like the greatest goal you'll ever see, kind of thing. But there was no fanfare behind it or anything. But yeah, so Lewis said, I've just sat down. What the fuck? And 2 missed kicks from Preston resulted in a goal. And he's right. He's accurate. That is what happened.
That's Lewis who tried charging us 50 quid.
Sorry, what's that?
That's Lewis who tried charging us 50 quid. Tried charging us 50 quid to borrow a bit of his intro.
Oh, was that him?
So I was like, yes. I was like, I've got my own footage, thanks.
We were just asking.
Watching copyright games.
Yeah. So, obviously, the free kick comes in. He scuffs the shot initially, but it hits our player and comes back out. Then he scuffs the shot and the second time, and then it just basically falls as if, like, you know, the luckiest falling of a football ever to Will Keane, who buries it, obviously, and they're all like, yeah, they're in cloud 9 as such. And that'll be the and that'll be it for good things happening for Preston today. So my mate Sean is also a Packers fan. He was proper grumpy about it. But if you would have told me, would I take a Green Bay Packers win or a Leeds United win, I'd take a Leeds United win any day of the week.
Yeah.
And that's what I got. So you'll be talking about golf next.
I agree. I agree. We'll talk about Rory McIlroy if you want.
Leeds of the NFL. Like FR will pin, it spoils a nice walk. And Preston will get relegated after this loss. One can only hope. Because they won their last game, but then they hadn't won before that after they beat us. It was funny that. It's like, But anyway. Somerville sends the ball on the overlap, of course, sends the ball out wide to Firpo, who puts in the cross of a king straight on to Daniel James. Goal.
Junior.
Haven't done this for a while. Dan. Goal. Goal.
You should be Firpo in it there. Yeah. He got onto a bad pass.
No, you're right. You're actually right. Okay. Right. So Firpo sees Firpo on the overlap, of course, with crosses the ball in, Dan James up for the header, and then he basically gets on the end of the sublime cross and just basically guides it in because it would have walked in by itself, obviously. Firpo. Lord Firpo. The King Firpo. Yeah. I'm quietly pleased with that bit of business. Yeah. And obviously, naturally, Preston's tweet is Dan James equalises for Leeds. And someone likes both conflicting nations in that conflict, but not here to talk about that. But anyway, poor from Hughes that. Expect better from him. No. I'm quite happy with Hughes playing like that. Funnily enough. And for anyone keeping score, it was Dan's 10th goal of the season. So, nice. Then, basically, the thing I also discovered, Ben, is Leeds' Twitter is actually really lazy during games. They never tweet about anything that happens in
I think anything to do with Leeds United online is shit. The ticket service, the online shop, the membership, it's all shit. Got a bunch of retards working for them. If you are one of them retards, sort your shit out.
And as he says, another header by one short. He should never be getting beaten to an header by Daniel James. And I feel like I say that far too much. I'm glad I'm saying it while he's wearing our shirt. It's absurd that he was playing for Fulham last year. Just strikes me as a strange loan out at the time. Anyway,
I know, and they had a better season than us. It's like,
yeah.
Must have been a wages and a squad space thing. We needed Brendan Aronson so badly.
Yeah, because he was the saviour to take us to the next level.
Oh, I miss him.
Playoffs,
so
allegedly. Yeah. No,
Bandi.
there was a stat out from LF. They had loads of stats out, but obviously Melier made 25 punches. He got 26th today, the 26th one, causing Andy Hinchcliffe to have a meltdown.
He was right, but he picked on him three times before that, and it was like, all right, you're picking on Melier today then. But he was right. He had all night to catch that. I don't get why they don't catch the ball, these keepers.
Yeah, before he even said it, I was like, why did he punch? Because there was no one actually challenging him for the ball. So why were you going up for it? Like basically he had decided no matter what happened, he was going to punch it. But no one challenged you once they knew that you were coming for it. Is my understanding of what happened. I don't know, but...
Just punched it straight to their guy.
Yeah. Yeah. But anyway. Yes, fair point, Jimmy. This is also something that needs to be said. The block from Junior Firpo, game saving. I mean, can you save the game in the 25th minute? Probably not. But when you're Firpo, you do. The way he tracked back and made sure to get in the way of the shot, hero.
Hero.
He was.
You don't have to sell it. You don't have to sell it to me, brother.
Yeah, no fear in him. He was
man of the match today.
My arse on the line for Leeds United, and he did. He did.
Man of the match today, Purple.
Yeah, yeah. He was so rewarded by his teammates, or so respected, that he marched up the pitch on the 30th minute and was like, I'm having this free kick. And even Somerville was like, I've got 12 goals, or it's 12. I've got 12 goals. But you can have this free kick, Junior. Because we just
I think that's why we got the penalty. I think Junior glared at the ref, and the ref just thought, right, yeah.
Junior was like, do you like hospital food? Because you'll be finding out.
Junior was like, this is a real Eddie Murphy tash now.
He's so gosh darn wonderful. Obviously then Bamford. That was a great move. Great pass from Rodon. great cross from Dan James. And then Bamford's header. If he'd have got a little bit more direction on it, it's going in the top corner. But it was...
Yeah, if he wanted stretching as much, he'd have got that.
Yeah. And then obviously Ruter should have buried this header, realistically. If he'd have hit that, if he'd have headed downwards...
Send him, I don't know, pick a striker. Alan Shearer will do. Just send him for a week's training with Alan Shearer and we'll be right. Because he's got everything but the finish.
Yeah. Yeah. The irony is, though, his finish at Cardiff was amazing. But the other, 92 times, not amazing. Not amazing. Sam Greenwood is here with, hi Ben, you lovely slag.
Hello, Samuel. How are you?
Bamford's man of the match for me. Did you see his assist for the penalty? The way he gave the ball to Pirro. Oh, the language.
I felt for him. Did you hear the cheer? The fucking cheer. It was painful.
I felt really bad for him. But at the same time, that shows why he's a better character than I am, because he was willing to take that, knowing that's probably the response he would have got. But it probably was refreshing for him, really, that he's like, oh, this ain't on me now.
Would he have been forgiven the third miss?
Nah,
I don't think there's any coming back from the third miss.
But I don't think he would have missed, as we said before.
No, I don't.
He's
I
in
think
that. He's playing well, generally playing well, scoring, and he's involved. So I feel like
he's won his place back. Yeah, basically, he's won his place back. Yeah.
That's exactly right. And I always give the thing with Patrick Bamford, I'll give him credit. Whenever he smells that his place is under threat, he wins it back or holds. He kept Eddie, despite what we say about Eddie Nketiah, he kept Eddie Nketiah out of the squad, out of the lineup. And to the point where Arteta was like, but there's no point in being at Leeds because. So. All credit in the world to Patrick Bamford. The only problem is that for that period when his place isn't under threat and then he's not producing is what is frustrating. But currently that's not the case. So,
which brings me on to yesterday's man of the match for his assist, Eddie Nketiah.
Yeah. We do love Eddie Nketiah, to be clear. Just the point is obviously...
We used to love Ben White until he became a prick. It shouldn't have celebrated like that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but... and to people, yeah, you're right. Because to people who are like, well, Eddie scored against Leeds, it's like, yeah, but then he didn't act like he'd won the World Cup after he'd done it. Plus, it's his job to score against Leeds when he's playing. And he did his best to not score against Leeds because he needed about 56 touches before he was like, oh, okay, I better put it in then. Because our defending was that shit at the time. On that night, anyway. Quasensio. Don't knock Ben White. What a stud. Oh, we'll go back a bit and see our Gladiators meme about Ben White. Change his name to Ben Brown. But yeah, so anyway, half time comes. They're quite pleased with themselves. These are all right with it. Also of note, Luke Humphries was at Ellen Road parading the World Darts Championship trophy at half time. Because obviously everyone knows he is a diehard Leeds fan who beat a diehard Man United fan. And when I say diehard, I mean...
he won't have seen him win a trophy, will he?
He probably saw Man United lift the Premier League when he was 8 or something, and then was like, oh, yeah, I love these. Oh, I love them. He ain't 16. No way. You can have Nketiah for 15 million and Odie and
He's been on PEDs. Kid's been on PEDs.
Yeah. Well, you've all seen Bad Boys 2, the scene when the guy rocks up to have the date with Martin Lawrence's daughter, and Will Smith takes one look at him and goes, N-word, you about 30. But he was apparently like 15 or so. It was like, I'm not going to say it, but yeah. That was the first thing I thought of when someone went, Luke, what's his name? Luke Littler's 16. I was like, no fucking way.
No.
I think it's Ferguson's last season, so it would have been, 2013, 14, maybe?
12, I think, 2012.
I don't care about Man United enough to check it, but if someone else could check it, it would be nice, I suppose. Does anyone have a device that they can use to check these things out?
I do, but I'm not gonna.
No, but I mean, with our loyal support, just wondered, do you have like
I don't really care when they won it last.
No. I think they put like search engines on telephones now. So
I know John O'Shea was at the back when they won it. Greening was there.
Bad boys. What you gonna do?
Hargreaves, was he there? You go, wow, what now?
They would have had Van Persie, I would have thought. Maybe even Johnny Evans. I don't know. Why waste energy on that? Exactly. Which is why I thought it would be more saving energy for myself to just say, someone else find out.
I don't think anyone gives a fuck.
Exactly. Okay. just left bad taste in our mouths, really, isn't it? Thinking about them being successful. Anyway, straight after half time, Ruter post. He was unlucky, but very characteristic of him to not score something they should. Daniel James tries to chip goalkeeper off his line, lands on the roof of the net. To which someone says, I don't know if, I'm guessing they support Preston actually. We're going to pay for these mistakes at some point. You do pay for one of them. And the moment that I believe is a big part of why the wanker of the week is the wanker of the week, Georginio Ruter here is booked for diving. Thorough courtesy of Square Ball, of course.
Oh, this is where Hinchcliffe says there was no contact. And then he says, oh, well, there was a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. To quote the Square Ball, thank goodness Georginio was booked by the ref for this. The way he attacked the Preston player's studs with his shin was horrible. This needs to be eliminated from the game. It really does. Add their router, like, basically block his studs with his shin. The audacity of the man. Booked for diving. And probably for laughing. Because it was laughable. Littler would have been 4 in 2012. Well said, TSB. Yeah. Then basically the game was sort of petering out, wasn't it? Like we've lived through millions of these games that just end up 1-1 because it's just fouls and time waste. Their goalkeeper got booked for time wasting. But then they don't think this was handball.
It was after the game that idiot there was trying to tell the ref his hands were down his side. Okay. In star jumps.
Yeah, I mean, there's not really much. I'd be interested to know how you can defend this, because it's floor and upwards, and then but do have some reaction for it. I took the liberty of going down the Preston rabbit hole, of course. Looks like it's about to do a start. Yeah. You must be in Ben's brain or something in that moment. Yeah. And basically, Preston go penalty Leeds, to which comments such as, "On what planet is that a penalty? How far has our game fallen that is deemed a foul?" This, by the way, we'll keep going back to this probably. Gav Livesey is he's a particular kind of card. Let's just say. That wasn't obvious, was it? One of the most biased refereeing performances you'll see. He's given him everything all game. Yep.
As a fuck you idiot.
Yep. Oh, don't worry.
I was in my rant going to say that he was shit for them too. Hence,
he was.
Worst. Look, he's the wanker of the week. Spoiler.
You can see the ref there. He's looking directly at it.
Yeah, and you couldn't not give that. And if he had not give that, he would not have made it on.
He's only trying to stand in Snow Angel without any snow. Beer in the away bar to give them wonky goggles like that. Yeah, I got some more. I couldn't help myself, Ben. I really couldn't. I'm sorry. I couldn't help myself. Ref has given in to pressure from the crowd in the last 30, but that's a clear as day penalty, to be fair. They've had 3 clear as day yellow cards not given. He's literally given them everything all game. We've been getting yellows for every tackle. At least he will get his bonus after the game. Bonus? That's a strong accusation there, Gareth. How you still have 11 men on the field is the most biased thing. He's given us cards for every tackle, but somehow Rodon, Gray, and Camera all get nothing, despite all being clear as day. Firpo wins the ball when he books him. but he gives Leeds the throw-in. The Firpo yellow card is a fucking crime. How dare he? Anyway, keeper should have been off. Half your defence could have been off. Ref given literally everything your way until then, when he had to give a blatant penalty. Go cry some more. Everything our way, come off it. How did Rodon, Gray and Camera not get at least a yellow? If we've got everything our way, you got a soft pen yet again, just like you did last time. Play silly games, win silly prizes, fella. Try winning the ball instead of kicking our players. Haha, you serious? Cry some more. And to go further in detail on that one, cry some more, to which he then followed up with, Ledson's arm is that far out from his body, he could wipe your tears. I couldn't help it. I'm sorry, Ben. I couldn't help it. It was just, it was the gift I kept on giving. That was weird. Preston waterfall. Yeah, and we do need Russell.
You like weird, Ian. You like things that are weird. Stop complaining.
I sure do.
We do this for you.
I sure do. And also had the moment where when some comments on Patrick Bamford handing the ball over. When Patrick Bamford handed a penalty over to Joel Peru, it was in the top 5 happiest moments of my life. Bamford giving Peru the ball to take the penalty, and it's the Vincent Mann crying gif. Never thought I'd get wrestling on here again. Anyway, did anyone else lose their shit when they saw Bamford holding the ball before the penalty? Yes.
No, I didn't.
No, but the crowd were like, woo!
I get that, and I totally understand why, but you're not going to miss every fucking penalty you take, are you? Do you know? Law of averages is going to put one in.
Well, he scored 5 out of 10.
Yeah. Flip of a coin.
Yeah. Well, anyway, the big moment that I was off my chair at this point. I was on an imaginary chair. I was like crouched in front of my telly.
Like Byron there.
Yeah, yeah. Basically, that's exactly what I was doing actually. And then when he basically rolls it into the bottom of the net, but with such pace that it ends up in the top corner because it just rolls up the net and goal.
Goal, Firpo.
Yeah. To which Bamford doesn't look like a man who's sad that he didn't score the goal. He looks relieved more than anything. And I'm surprised Jorginho didn't get booked there for diving or something like that. But anyway. Preston Fed said, goal, Joel Peru scored from the penalty spot. Kicked us off the park all game, but the right result in the end. Deserved it for kicking us all game. I didn't go down a rabbit hole on that one. I was too excited at that point. And then obviously Daniel Farker's like, you're lucky we won in the end, or I'd have stabbed you for you cheating bastards. Anyway. But no. It was quite a contest. Yeah. Backstage, him doing the let's go, but obviously I know Greenwood's now typing he's filleting the invisible man. And he can. But King Firpo and Prince Gruev just watching him do his thing. And one last part of the slideshow before we go into Ben's the wanker of the week. Preston put out a tweet yesterday about their celebrations of their goals at Ellen Road, like when they won 6-4. Yeah, it was the thing. And then basically immediately after the game, Leeds Twitter was basically like, oh, we can do that too. Cool as ice. And Bamford looks pleased rather than relieved. Yeah, sure. And filleting the Invisible Man. Hello, Director John. How are you, sir? Good to see you. And I love King Furpo. You're not the only one. We all do. We all do. Because when he's the King of January, that's my one worry with him. January and February, he does really well. And then come March, he's like, I'm not liking this warmer weather. It's just worrying. It's absolutely worrying. Everybody's going surfing Ellen Road. So I think we can get into the match facts.
What's going on, you knuckleheads?
Hey, John.
Oh, hang on. King John.
How are you?
I told you you'd get it done. I don't know what you were mourning for.
Yeah. But you didn't give your prediction anyway. All right, it's your show. See you. Fix your camera, Ben. Fix your camera, Ben. You're too low in it. Fix your camera. There you go. See you later.
So obviously this tells the story of like a domination. I'd been very disappointed with 1-1. What do you glean from that, or from what you watched, or whatever?
They drained me today. They made a go of it first half, but yeah, it was just desperate tactics from them. They deserve what they got in the end. I always like it when it's like they're that close to getting what they came for and get snatched away from them. So first half, they made a go of it. Second half, they were shit. Referee was wank.
Oh, we can get into him as well and his performance.
Yes.
But might as well just go through the other table. So obviously Leicester play Ipswich tomorrow. So unfortunately, Southampton did win. They keep winning.
Anybody else turn the Southampton game off after 6 minutes?
Yeah, I lost interest to win as soon as they scored on the stroke of half time, and it was like
scored after 6 minutes, didn't they? I just because the 6 minutes before that was just pure domination, and it was like, I know where this is going.
This is a good point as well, because I didn't realise this either till last week. Basically, since Coventry got the result against us, they've not been beaten. Not that I think we have anything really to worry about from them, but
no, I'm not worried about what's behind us, to be honest. We just need to catch the two in front of us.
I want to see Ipswich beat Leicester. Oh, no chance.
Why?
Who do you want to win that, Jet Ben?
Leicester. I'm not bothered about catching Leicester.
Yeah, that's my
Southampton.
thinking.
Catch the other two. They're within reach.
If Ipswich beat Leicester, then their confidence is going to go back to what it was before their mini slump.
The gap's back to 7 points, whereas it stays at 4 points.
It doesn't benefit us because we're probably not catching Leicester regardless of tomorrow's result.
No.
But the prize to get in the Premier League doesn't.
Leicester need an almighty fuck up not to win this league.
Leicester need to come back to the pack. Why? I don't care about winning the Championship at this stage.
Second place will do me.
They can get the record like 110 points or whatever, and if we beat them twice, that'll always be the asterisk on it, won't it? Like they're the best team ever in the Championship, but they lost to Leeds twice. They lost to the team that finished second twice, or however you want to word it. But anyway, reality is what we want to happen. It has no bearing on what will actually happen. So whatever happens, happens. And then we move on to Wednesday night. But my understanding is the reason we play this Wednesday is because we're still in the cup. So anyone not in the cup that was due to play that weekend, their fixtures got basically us and Norwich are still in the cup. So our fixtures got moved to today. Not today. I meant to say Wednesday. Yeah.
I do like a midweek game. Breaks the week up.
Yeah. That's it's nice when it rolls around. Yeah. That's the thing about the Premier League is like obviously for us we don't stay in the cup long, either one. So we were basically playing once a week and usually losing.
Yeah, or twice a week on Amazon.
Yeah.
On Amazon viewing weeks, which is very
and
few
it
and
being
far
an away
between.
game. Yeah. I was surprised we were on TV at home because we usually get the away games where Sky like try and promote it like a scalp. But like we were only on TV against Ipswich at home because they're second. If they'd been fighting relegation, that would not have been the televised game. But it was. So anyway, there should be automatic promotion to Premier League for teams that win the FA Cup that aren't in the Premier League. Yeah, but the last time a team in the second tier won the FA Cup was in like 1980. I think it was West Ham beat Arsenal.
Difference being it's the FA Cup and the FA Premier League, whereas it's the English Football League. Different companies.
Oh yeah, because you used to get
overall control on the FA has control on where to position the Europe slots that we have.
Yeah. Anyway, so that leaves the table. Nothing of note there. QPR still dross. Sheffield Wednesday are making a go of it more since they got their new manager, to be fair to them.
They've switched up a bit lately.
But that being said, we are within touching distance. It looks a lot more healthy for us than it did on New Year's Eve. It's fair to say. Obviously, they both can't win tomorrow night, so it's been a good week for us. Get a win in the cup, that'd be nice. Because I know, in theory, the less games you play, the better in terms of like your squad fitness. But I'm also a believer in the more games you win, like you breed the winning mentality.
Yeah, and also gives your fringe players a bit of a run out as well.
Yeah.
Nothing breeds form like playing football.
Exactly. Like playing less games is only I don't really know anyone that benefits from playing less games.
Yeah, these idiots right at this level are full of shit. I used to play Saturday afternoon, Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon, and we'd be pissed up Friday, Saturday. 3 games in a weekend. These can't do 2 games in a week. What the fuck? Just think it's bollocks. It's 90 minutes you're running around for, not 90 days.
No, you're right. I get what they try to say, like you can't be at optimum performance and stuff, but I don't need your optimum performance. I just go out and kick the ball really well.
Yeah, go out and play better than them.
Yeah. Work all week, then play Saturday and Sunday. Exactly, Jimmy. But anyway, the table, it looks more healthy for us than it did a few weeks ago. Because, and do you imagine how good we'd be if we actually had like someone who was like a sharpshooter on the ball? Like, because Southampton have like Armstrong, who like basically giving the ball and he scores type of thing. Nah, it'll be this time next week, but we'll cover both games. I've got to learn to do more briefings when they're doing both games. Anyway, yeah. So this was our thing for match for January. I called today's result, which was quite nice. Ben's going to end up getting all 12 points. So, congratulations, Ben, probably. But, anyway.
Can you put that graphic back up?
I can.
Look at the January 27th match. Somebody didn't want to give their predictions today because a prima donna is too busy.
Oh, that one. I'll give you my predictions now. 3-1.
So, okay, I'll update it. That's what I was bothering you about today.
Ben's a star. I'll try and pin Ben down for a month. No, I'm only joking. I'm joking. It's not the case. It's not the case.
Oh, God almighty.
You need to speak to my agent. What can I say?
Yeah, okay, yeah. You have the same agent as me. You get paid the same amount of money as me.
Yeah, mate. Not enough, yeah.
I was 1 goal away from getting the Birmingham one right as well.
Did I get bonus points then for the Birmingham?
Why not? Yeah. Why not? Yeah, why not? Yeah. More than happy to. Ben, you want to do the wanker of the week?
Yeah. Well, I think we all know who he is.
It's time for the wanker of the week. The wanker of the week is...
It's David Webb. Worst referee performance of the season. Just shocking for both teams. Must have made 30 mistakes. So you look yourself in the mirror. I'll rewatch the game and then ask yourself, are you really good enough to be a referee? No, you're fucking useless. Wanker. Fuck off.
Yeah, a lot of his decisions, I was sitting there like, why do you think that happened? Like, based on what? Like with Ruta dive in or Firpo winning the ball. And they're booking him for it.
That throwing that, and it's like, well, what game are you watching? Mushrooms. That's what he's eating before game. Mushrooms.
We did briefly discuss it at the start, Jimmy. I thought it was quite clever of Ivan Toney. I don't know why he was allowed to get away with it. That's a different conversation. But I thought it was ingenious of him to actually think of moving the ball forward and then scooping up the foam for the ref spray and putting it and making a new line. Like, I was like, why did no one in a position to lay down the law of football call him out on it? But still. Preston manager. So how he thinks it wasn't a penalty is interesting. Yeah. Damn it, BX. And fuck Forest. Yeah. Wonder if Tony had a bet on himself scoring a free kick. We did establish earlier that he did bet on Forest to score first. Good evening, BX. And VAR should have been all over it. Let's see, where is it? That was it. Ivan Toney. Yeah, it's fact. He bet on Forest to score first. So, anyway. So, this was David Webb. And it is Ben's wanker of the week. Wanker of the week. And now you're about to go, why does the wankering of the week jingle sound suspiciously like the question of the week jingle? I think you said it before, Ben. I think. I'm sure he has. An observant guy. Ben will understand. I was burning the devil's lettuce. I have no idea what you're talking about. I do really. But David Webb for wanker of the week. And it's time for Mr. Tom's question of the week. I mean, you all know what it's going to be. Yeah.
Who played for Preston and Leeds?
Yeah, name this starting 11 of players that have played for both Preston and Leeds United. Now, again, the rules of this are, if you name a player and it's wrong on this, that doesn't necessarily mean it is wrong. It just means they're not part of this starting 11 that could be laid out as a formation.
If it ain't this starting 11, it's wrong.
Or there's what
we put initials together for you, right? The initials clearly. So if you've got like Jermaine Beckford, JB, right, it ain't gonna be Mickey Quinn, is it? You know what I mean?
Yeah. But yeah, there will be BX. There will be. And for example, Eddie Lewis, I know he's not on this list, but I know he did because that's where we bought him.
You're wrong, Con. You're wrong, Con. He's not on the list.
You're factually wrong, even though you're not.
Computer. No.
And yeah, as we can
see... Is that an eye
test?
That looks like an eye test.
Yeah, it's definitely an eye test. It's what
Andy Longrigan. Longrigan. The goalkeeper.
Yeah, that's true. That's correct. I know that's correct. I don't know who JB is going to be, even though Ben just named him, but still can't. I forgot. Is it Simon Grayson? No, it's not. It's not Simon. It's not.
Right.
Yeah. We know you got David Healy.
David Prutton, midfielder.
It's actually not, although I know he did play for us, but I don't think he played for them. I will say this. He did play for Scum as well.
Oh yeah, I know it is. Oh fuck. Yeah,
he would have been one of the lads that used to get loaned to Preston by Sir Alex.
I've forgotten his fucking name.
It sounds a bit like a word you'd use when you're throwing up. A bit like.
Yeah, Danny Pugh, that's him, yeah.
Correct.
It's quite hard, this.
The one that's BB would like none of us will know. I wouldn't know it either.
Bobby Brown.
The others, sorry.
Bobby Brown.
Fuck it, we'll just say it's Bobby Brown. But it was someone from like the 50s or something like that. Yeah, Bobby Brown. Yeah. Husband of cocaine in the bath. Whitney. Wait, too far. Okay, anyway. Yeah. He ain't gonna watch this. He won't find out. Unless it turns out it does support.
So David Healy, Jermaine Beckford, and Andy Gray.
Yeah, that's right. It's Andy Gray. He's the father of Archie Gray, right?
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Midfield.
One used to play for Luton briefly. Oh no, played for Luton, played for us briefly, went back to Luton.
King, Kennedy. Nice.
It's all very like Championship-y era type Leeds players. Like this isn't Premier League Leeds players.
Kilkenny.
Yeah, Neil Kilkenny is NK. But who is KN?
Kevin Nolan. Kevin. Oh, fuck that.
Kevin. It's a Kevin.
It's Kevin.
We have
Kevin Nobody.
Yeah, you're right. It's Kevin Nichols. So yeah, well done,
Kevin
Ben.
Nichols. Yeah. Let's see.
He didn't like it up north.
DP.
Like that.
Deep penetration.
Yeah. So you're aware BB is Bob Beatty, who played for Leeds.
Oh, Bob Beatty, yeah.
Everyone knows Bob Beatty. Yeah. We all have a drink with his corpse. Wait, what? Don't say that loud. Anyway,
Peter Haddock.
Peter Haddock. Dirty puns, Ben.
No, serious. Defender Peter Haddock.
Nope. I think he was a League One defender for us. Sure he was.
Hughes.
You'll probably kick. I'm sure you'll kick yourself. Oh, Ian.
We got SG yet? Did we get that?
No, we did. You didn't. You definitely didn't. But again, Championship.
Scott Gardner.
Green. CC is played for many teams. Also, the president
Clark
of the Players
Carlisle.
Association. Yeah.
Clark Carlisle.
Yeah.
Andy
Goalie is
Lonergan.
Alex Lonergan, or Andy Lonergan, isn't it? Ben now down at the start, I believe. So, got the forwards. You've done Kilkenny and Nichols. Did you do DP? That didn't sound right as soon as I said it. You did. It's Danny Pugh. Yeah. You did say that as well. Clark Carlisle.
So we're looking on PH. We're looking on PH.
Yeah, you need 2 of your defenders, and then we're done.
So what area is PH?
PH, I'm sure he was League One era. I'm sure he was. I'm sure he was in the Beckford team. Could be wrong, but I don't think I am. I'll give you the first name. He's a Paul, yeah.
Paul. Hartley.
Nope. SG also, I think he played for West Brom predominantly. I didn't forget. The way that I found this question was basically it was laid out like a formation. Hence why I'm saying that there are more players.
You are more than welcome to do your own alternate 11, Con, because I do believe you could probably find one.
Yeah. Like Ben said, like there are it's not implying there's only 11 players. It's just this is 11 that you can make a formation out of.
With Paul Hay.
Nope. It's a place. The H is a place. It's Paul Huntington.
All right, yeah.
And SG was, I might as well put it up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sean Gregan.
Oh yeah. Sean Gregan.
And obviously in the bottom corner, friend of the show, Gary from Don't Waste the Trip, and Jermaine Beckford from our trip to Elland Road. Thank you for playing along, everyone. And apologies to Eddie Lewis for not making the cut. And he's right. Eddie Lewis was very good for Leeds. Probably our best American player.
Yeah.
It's actually a fair shout from Conshader.
Hold on, Mike Grello on the bad signing.
Or who's the one? Not Robbie Blake. He ended up coming out in America, but he used to play for Leeds.
That was Eddie Lewis.
No, it wasn't Eddie Lewis. What was it? It was not Eddie Lewis.
Oh, it was on. Oh, I know what you mean. Yeah. It was named Eddie though, wasn't it?
Robbie Rogers.
That's it, yeah. Robbie Rogers, yeah.
Robbie Rogers, American former player. Yeah. Anyway. So, yeah, Roger. No, it's
Rogers.
Yeah. I'm sure he does. Yeah. So that being said, what else we got? So obviously our next show, in fairness to Director John, we will be covering this game, but we will also probably be covering the aftermath of Leeds versus Plymouth in the FA Cup.
Mm-hmm.
Which, to be fair to him, that's my fault. I should have notified him that I'd need a slide for that. Anyway, but
it's there, buddy.
Yeah, we should have already had a Plymouth slide. We've played them.
Right?
At home.
You've added that to the Preston one, sir.
Who are they playing?
Next week is Plymouth. Preston's today.
Oh, I got the... all right, gotcha. My fault.
No, it's my fault.
My heart was the right way. All right, take it right.
Paying.
Take it out of my pay.
Yeah.
American.
I'll deduct it. So now I only owe you minus 250 out of nothing or whatever. But no, seriously.
All right.
To be fair, John, at least I didn't put up the answers to the quiz first this time.
Gotcha. And when you had said to me that the times on the show are changing to 10 p.m. UK time, but that was for your other show. So I changed. I thought you were talking about this, so I changed this, and then that's why today I went. Just a little while ago, I was like, "Oh crap, I got to change it back to 9 p.m." So that's why I popped in. Plus, I want to break Ben's balls.
You suffering from early onset dementia, John? Is it kicking in?
What do you mean?
Do you want us to get you some?
What do you mean early onset?
Well, you're not that old, eh?
No one likes Plymouth, Jimmy.
Whatever. All right, have fun.
Sheridan scored. Yeah, no problem. But no, so that's all on me. But so stick with us next week where we'll go over the aftermath of Leeds versus Preston in the FA Cup. Yeah. Amazing.
Screw you, Tom.
Yeah. And don't worry, I might even remember to play the outro this week. Might, emphasis on the might. But yeah, so we'll be back this time next week for more good fun and chat, and gone well over the hour time, whatever in it. So yeah.
Remember, if you didn't like the show, press the dislike button.
Yeah, press the dislike button. I actually don't know what happens if you do that. Like, does it mean that it shows you pop up on the thing less? Because I didn't think we could even be shown any less. Sometimes I type the name in of our show and it's like, you've got a show. But what? But yeah, anyway. So, anything you want to say to your audience after your long I'm selling it as if you've been gone for like 42 years and then you decided to return heroically.
Well, it was hard on that desert island. It was hard. Found myself this little volleyball.
Of course it was. Yeah. So what did you name your volleyball on this occasion?
Sarah.
Yeah. Oh, of course.
Yeah, me and Sarah. We had baby volleyballs. It's cool. They were like ping pong balls. She was Chinese.
Of course. I'll say no more. But yeah, thank you everyone to stopping by. BX, Sam Greenwood.
Thank you everyone for putting up with me.
Ian, putting up with Ben, of course. Ben for putting up with me, the memes, all the nonsense, and obviously Conche as well for showing up. And yeah, let's hope we keep having undefeated January, because I like not losing football matches. And obviously we'll love Director John Thank you for his contributions and selfless.
Even though we found out he's human tonight. Yeah. Terrible.
Yeah.
But have a lovely week, everybody.
Yeah. So, in all seriousness, take care. Have a good week, as Ben said. And, Leeds.
Good.